What's happening, fandoms? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we react to music videos and shows. Today we're going back to The Expanse. This is season 3, episode 12, called Congregation. And that makes sense in a couple of ways because we got Dr. Anna, who had built a congregation of people surrounding the untimely loss of Jordan. I forgot the guy's last name, but he was so freaked out by the prospect of entering the ring that he ended his own existence. But it also is referring to the fact that now Captain Ashford has spun the drum on Behemoth, and now it's the only source of gravity of any kind inside the ring space. So all of the wounded and recovering from all of the ships of the entire fleet are headed to the Behemoth to receive medical attention, because they will just die if they stay in 0G. That's a very important concept, in that it gets everybody together in basically one space. And so the station, the nucleus as they call it, in the center of the ring space, hit the brakes on everybody. And as soon as anything exceeds its speed limit, it starts drawing them in toward the nucleus and putting them in a tight orbit around that station. So no matter where they were in the ring space, they are being inexorably drawn together. And so all of the ships will ultimately be very close to one another. As they start to ship the wounded over, they will build up the infrastructure on the Behemoth to support that. Now, it was very important that we transferred control of the Behemoth to Ashford. And that was a very tense scene that we saw in last episode, where Drummer essentially sacrificed herself to free Ashford, so that it was one or the other of them, because the drone thing that was pinning them both down could only go forward or backward. And so she either had to kill Ashford or further wound herself to free one of them, and she chose to take the hit. However, Ashford being in control now is going to result ultimately in some conflict, it's going to be interesting. I suspect we'll get a little bit of a time jump here, perhaps not, but we really need for things to happen very, very rapidly in order to wrap this book by, I mean, this is the penultimate episode of the season, so we've got 2 episodes left. And there's a whole lot still that needs to occur to really get this all wrapped up. So maybe we'll get a little time jump, maybe not. I want to say that we should see Holden back on the station in the center of the ring space. Because they've got to do something to free up everybody and eliminate this speed limit, and that's only going to happen inside there. So eventually we'll get there. Maybe not this episode, probably that'll be the finale. But man, last episode I complained a bit at the end. I'm going to be honest, because having read the books and comparing the story of Melba and the arc of Melba in the books to the story that's portrayed in this super collapsed timeline, book 3, they really had to sacrifice the complexity of her story, and some of the finer details are definitely lost. That final fight was disappointingly short. In the books, it was drawn out, it was terrifying, it was absolutely terror, as Melba, ripped her way through the interior of the Rocinante, hunting the members of the crew. And to have her go down without much of a fight after 20 seconds of strangling Naomi Nagata was super anticlimactic for what I was expecting. But I understand some stuff had to get sacrificed, and it's really been my only complaint. And even with the loss of some of that terror and some of that suspense, Melba's story is still not terrible. It's just not as good as I expected. So, let's go ahead and dive into Congregation. I'm excited. Let's go. If you'd like to see full-length versions of this episode and all of our other shows, they're available on our Patreon. The link is below.
The first episode of every season is available for free to watch on our Patreon.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot. Good morning, Beltaloda. Oh yeah, they're already in orbit. Look at that. Yep, everybody's lined up.
You could have saved her. This isn't your business.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I've killed better people than Telly Fagan.
Ooh, damn. Amos respected that.
I shouldn't have done that.
I bet it was all her. The saloon, the fake broadcast, all of it. It'd be easy if I put her down.
No! No! You're not gonna shoot her.
Well, what if I override the auto doc to do an overdose? It'll be painless.
No. We're not going to kill her.
Okay, Anna.
This one won't be grateful for your mercy.
Well, it's not about her. It's about us.
Or at least not going any faster than I could throw a wrench.
Maybe they took Holden with them.
Okay. Good deduction.
It's docked at the Behemoth. If Holden is on that skiff, he might be with your old friends now.
To any ships in need,
Okay.
your injured are welcome on the Behemoth. We have gravity and med techs to help.
I just got my family back.
Did
Whole
you?
team then.
Whole team.
They're gonna all leave the Rocinante? Okay. And they're gonna take Melba with them.
I'm Captain Chandra Lucas of the MCRN Askia.
One of Anderson Dawes' scavengers.
Let's try to be civil at least, if we can. Tell me, what happened on that station?
So we're docked with the Behemoth. I want to talk to Naomi Nagata.
Not just yet.
When I find out what happened to my crew, I'll talk. It'll all sound insane.
I am not here to judge you.
Interesting. Ashford. Are they rehabilitating him in the show?
Josephus Miller, the detective from Ceres.
He who died on Eros.
He came to me and told me to go down to the station.
What, a dead man came to you and told you to go on while you hear voices?
We're not judging, huh?
But you actually see this man.
Do you want to hear this story or not? Burned whole solar systems like they were cauterizing a wound. Only it didn't work.
Yeah, they're all
in a
gone.
Graveyard. We need to get out of this place and never come back.
That man is seeing ghosts. He's insane.
Stand down.
Yeah. Bobby's still dangerous even
They
without
put
her
that gear
armor.
in storage. It will be safe and secure.
I wouldn't leave it on this ship. Send it back to the Zeusan. Well,
You need to be in a medical coma. It'll help the healing process.
there's no way she's going into a coma.
Less useful. I'm fine.
You are not fine.
Yeah.
If you keep moving, you could do permanent damage. Regrowing a spinal cord is a delicate procedure even under the best circumstances.
Yeah, she's gonna get herself a mech suit so that she can still be mobile. Yeah, just like Bull did in the books. She's surprisingly mobile on that gurney. Wow.
This isn't magic, it's physics. It's worth a try.
I'll speak to the captain of the Behemoth.
Yeah, except the Behemoth is currently locked
The MCRN ships are sending medical
in an
supplies
orbit.
as fast as they can, but
So how would they
we're as
aim
beat
it?
up as you are. Coordinating with the UN, it's slower. Their officer corps was hit hard.
Yeah, well, everything you're doing is appreciated. Report to medical units for mandatory blood donation. And do it now. We go.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it. I bleed as well as anyone.
Yeah, look at
Doesn't
that.
seem right.
He's doing
So
the
many
right
dead
things.
Or messed up, but not this guy. Or you. Or me. Level 3, Section 12, Corridor 50.
Ashford he's doing all the right things currently. Eventually we're gonna get to a point where I think that stops, but he seems to be.
What? Keeping count?
Don't talk to the prisoner.
You protecting him, Gun?
I know them.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
just get
he's
to the triage unit.
listening to her,
You can go
but
too.
kind of just
See the
barely.
doctors? Help them out.
We're not going anywhere until you tell me what happened to Drummer.
No, you coming with me.
Yeah, the look of the personnel has changed. We've got some fringe elements up here now. Yep. This is Dawes' ship now.
Nagata?
Then I'm going to see my friends.
You might as well get on with it.
Yeah, this is a tense situation. Everybody is very wary of each other. And eventually, one side or the other is gonna try and use her.
What time you outline? 2 in the red. Hey. I'm Jim. What are you in for?
Oh my God. Ooh.
Beam not strong enough. Not getting through the distortion.
Is it not?
All it do is heat up ring a couple of degrees.
Here.
They're eventually going to use that as a weapon, and that's going to cause some problems. Okay. Interesting that he is drawn to Anna.
Okay.
Are you a doctor?
I was a nurse before I was a minister. Seeing what needs to be done and trying to do it.
Mine too.
Yeah, he's fascinated by her because she's like his exact opposite, almost. She is building her own mech. In the books, I think it was implied that Naomi and
Ashford knows you're back.
one of the characters the drummer is portraying had a relationship.
Several hours making repairs to the ship's power grid.
I bet he loved putting you back to work.
I sort of need a favor.
You think he can help get us out of this?
I don't know.
I think he's the only one that can.
You help me finish this, and I'll walk you down there.
Yeah, assuming that you have any power left there, drummer. Because I don't think you do at this moment.
I found something interesting, and 3 other ships confirm my data. The data we get would tell us more about the field that's trapping us here. At least it's a start.
We have a limited number of skiffs.
That's why I'm asking you, Captain Ashford. There must be something on the behemoth we can use, something damaged. It wouldn't have to move far.
Doctor, you are out of line.
Hey, we need answers, right? And this at least seems like a plan to find some.
I don't have any left.
Find some? What do you mean? Would you tell me what? Hang tight, Sammy. I'll be right back.
Yeah, they're out of supplies. What do you? I mean, they're not going to be able to take care of everybody.
Where'd Alice go? Shit, I was gonna ask him where the galley was. I'm gonna scare up some food. You want any?
I'm gonna be here for a while.
You know he's dead, right?
I do.
And you still trying to help?
No. Just taking a moment with him.
I'll bring you some food.
Yeah, Amos does not understand. It's really interesting seeing those two interact.
Have any supplies gone missing?
No.
It's a simple question.
I don't.
Are there missing supplies?
I don't know.
Well, then who the fucking would?
Diogo
Eyes
is
and ears.
always causing
We are
problems.
trapped in the black and fighting for our lives. So make no mistake. Everything we do here is to buy one more chance to live, one more breath. So do your fucking job, or I will space you myself.
We're back to that, huh? We're not a nation of laws anymore, huh? Interesting.
Hung up on the one that you just couldn't be bothered to save. I thought if I came here and I looked you in the eyes,
She's
maybe I could see you as a person.
messed up about Tilly, I guess.
Why do you care? I don't. That's what's strange. I try to care about everyone. It's exhausting. When Amos offered to kill you, I wanted to let him.
Why didn't you?
I keep looking for a way to care about you.
Clarissa is a challenge to her way of being.
But a lot of people have terrible parents, and I think, well, she's clearly damaged.
You should have let him kill me.
You don't get the easy way out.
Damn. Anna can be a cold, cold person when she wants to, apparently. I didn't want you to live, is essentially what she was saying there. Man, this is gonna cause so many more problems.
You're almost...
Did they not even notice? Because I think they definitely noticed. Oh yeah, look at her. Nice.
Captain.
Yep. Nice moment. Now how are we gonna figure things out? Oh, she's locked in here with him now.
They let me call the Rossi. No one answered.
I got the boys off the ship. Everyone's okay.
I'm just happy you're here.
I never should have left.
Yep. But we still got big problems to solve, people.
I did come for a reason.
The station is now generating magnetic pulses like a railgun charging up, only on a massive scale. The pulses are focused toward the ring gate.
Okay.
Ran whole solar systems like they were trying to cauterize a wound.
What was that?
Nothing, just something a madman told me.
Yeah.
Do we know how long this will last?
Interesting. Ashford, I think. Some idea what's going on.
Report. The skiff detonation was intentional, part of some science project. But there is still no official comment on the new
She's got a
activity coming
black
from the
eye.
station.
Amos, did you
I have
punch
reached out to
Monica in the
sources at
face?
UNN, MCRN, and OPA, and they all see the same thing.
He believed that the station did this to stop a threat. When we detonated our bomb, I believe we became the threat.
Yep, you are
Not just
right.
our ships, but everyone, all humanity, on both sides of the rim.
Jesus Christ.
And that is the means by which the station can still threaten us.
You guys are making plans without knowing anything about how this works.
That ring is our only way home.
It'll take months for a skiff to ferry bombs up there.
When you go outside, you still see, right? And we will have saved the human race.
Yeah.
Not a bad way to die.
Interesting idea, but probably not the best plan, man. Woof. Yeah. Okay, so this is the moment. This is the moment where Ashford stops being the guy who's got the right ideas and is playing for the right side. And now he's threatening to kill everyone inside the ring, basically. Started with that explosion, the station reacting, and now, because of an escalation in what they did, now Ashford thinks that the only solution is to cut off their only retreat. And obviously Holden and everybody on Holden's team is going to have a different idea about that. Yeah, so next episode, we're going to get Holden back on that station, I think. How it's going to happen, I don't know, but it's going to involve more deaths. There's going to be an insurrection. We're going to have a bunch of people taking sides, and damn, it's going to be interesting. In this episode, though, there were some very interesting combinations. Anna and Clarissa, that conversation was revealing. It was interesting that Dr. Reverend Anna felt differently about her. I think because of the fact that she just didn't care enough to help Tilly. She literally wanted to kill Tilly, and that was what she was planning to do before the speed limit hit. But then when she came back around and Tilly was dead or dying next to her, she didn't save her. And I guess for Anna, that was unforgivable. And so now her perception of Clarissa is that she isn't worthy of her normal way of being. She's very compassionate about everyone except Clarissa, which is an interesting dichotomy there. The other interesting contrast was with Anna and Amos. And I think both of them were a little fascinated by the other, because Amos was ready to do the right thing, do what needed to be done. I don't know that it's the right thing. When he said, I know this person's type, we can't keep her alive, we have to end her. And we then later learned that the only reason Anna said no was sort of reflexive, right? Like, she didn't want anyone to know that she would have been fine with that, right? Now, for anybody else but Clarissa, that instinct would have been real. She would have not wanted them to die because everyone is redeemable. Everyone should be forgiven. That's the, that's the religious way. You want to help someone and find the good in them. But for Clarissa, she did not have that instinct. And then for Amos to see Anna behaving in that way and trying to find the redeemable aspect of a person who he sees as unredeemable, or in the med area where he says, he's dead, right? You're still trying to help him. And the fact that Anna was, perhaps for herself, providing some comfort to this person who had just passed, that was very foreign to Amos. And so it was like looking at a rare animal in a zoo, or, so unfamiliar to him that it was interesting. And so they're very, very much opposites. And it was very interesting to see them examine each other and sort of size things up. The character of Drummer is very complicated in that she has taken on multiple character roles from the books. The role that she's taken on right now was played by, like, head of security for the Behemoth. That guy's name was Bull, and he was the one that was injured and striving to continue to operate, to make sure everything was functional and that there was peace and so on. And however, there's other roles that she's taken on, such as there was a chief engineer on Tycho named Samantha that kind of didn't really exist in this show. I mean, she had a very small minor part, I think, in one of the season 1 episodes. But Drummer has kind of taken on that role too, because Naomi and Samantha had the type of relationship that Naomi and Drummer have in this show, playing handball together, going out to, party, and they had a strong relationship. And so that has kind of, she has all of these different pieces of different characters that she plays. And it's very interesting to see, because in the show, Drummer didn't even exist at this point. She doesn't even get introduced, I think, until book 5 or something. And she definitely was never captain of the Behemoth. That was always Ashford. And so it's interesting to see how they rewrite certain storylines to make room for Drummer, where she wasn't there at all. And how we got Ashford to be captain at this pivotal moment, and it all comes down to just great storytelling by the showrunners to make all of this stuff merge together. And I'm very much enjoying Ashford. It's surprising how much I am. That actor is intensely good. I'm not familiar with him, but I'm really enjoying his portrayal of Ashford. I have enjoyed him so much more than I expected to, because he's constantly doing things in a way that just makes logical sense. It's the right way to do things. It's not until he's taken this position in this episode, at the very end of this episode, where he is going to become oppositional. Because almost everything else that he has done all along the way has been logical, honorable, the right way to go as far as I can tell. And he's been just a solid character right up until this very last moment. And it's only now that we're going to have to sort of take teams, basically, because we can't destroy the ring. That's a terrible, terrible idea. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how we wrap all this up, because I mean, from the point where they decide that it's a good idea to use the comm laser to destroy the ring to the end of book 3, I want to say is like 6 or 7 chapters worth of events. And I just don't know how they're going to jam all of that into one season finale episode, but it's going to be glorious, and I'm here for it. All right, well, I'm going to leave it right there. I appreciate all you guys for following along, all the comments and all the likes and subs and so on. This has been just a phenomenal show. I have loved every episode of this, and sharing it with you guys has been a whole lot of fun. Especially on the Patreon, you guys are amazing. So I'm going to thank you right there, and we'll see you in the next episode.